Dear friends, welcome to Meditation Center, Indian Meditation Center. Osho's Vijnana Bhairavatantara. Meditation technique number 82 we have come. Feel. We have become so intellectualized that we don't know the meaning of feel. Feel. My thought, your thought. Feel first, you develop the feelings, then my thought, then understand the I-ness, what you are. Internal organs, what are the internal organs? We'll be going on, we'll be seeing in the meditation. What is the internal organs? That is the consciousness, that is your intelligence, that is your alertness, that is your awakeness, me. Feel, develop the quality of feeling. Then my thought, just feel about what your thoughts are going on in your head. Then you understand the I-ness, what you are. Internal organs, then you go deep inside and find your consciousness, your intelligence, your alertness, the awakeness, and then the me. So dear friends, this sutra, 82nd meditation, which says, feel, my thought, I-ness, internal organs, and me. Feeling, this one particular concept which we have forgotten. We are mostly intellectualizing everything. Even if I say, when I say, or when you say, I love you, it is not coming from your heart, it is coming from your head. Anything which comes from your head, it is just verbalizing. But when you are saying anything from your heart, see, if I say I love you, when I come say it from my heart, it is almost something it comes from my center. So I feel and say, there is nothing which it comes from my head. But nowadays, even if you want to say I love you, it is coming from your head. So head doesn't have any sensation. It is the heart which has the sensation. What is the difference between the head and heart? You can say anything and everything from your head. But when you say from the heart, the whole being, it says what you are. So develop the feeling of feel. The feeling of feel, how to feel. So nowadays what you do, the feeling which comes from your heart, but the thinking which comes from your head. A flower is there, you say the flower, how does the flower look? Somebody says to you, you just see and say it is beautiful. This, you say the flower is rose flower, is beautiful. This comes from your head. It doesn't come from your heart. When you say from the heart, the rose is beautiful. See, from the head, somebody might have said, rose is beautiful, rose is good. So one minute you look and say it's beautiful. But when you say from the heart, when you feel and say, you look at the flower and your entire being goes to the flower, you look at it and the flower says something, you become so closer and you become the flower, seer and the seen. You are the seer and the seen is the object flower. The seen and seer, when they come closer together, then the feeling comes. Then from the heart you say, it is beautiful or not beautiful. For somebody it is beautiful, for somebody it is not beautiful. Anybody whom you are going closer and closer, moving closer with some person, you become so close with them and they look very beautiful. So when you close with somebody with a heartfelt feeling, that person looks beautiful. For some other person, he may be looking ugly or she may be looking ugly. When you go in for closer and closer with the feeling, with the center in your heart, then you understand that the feeling says. In feelings, there is no arguments. It is immediate conclusion. But in the head, you always argue. Argument arises when you think. But when you feel, there is no argument, instantaneous conclusion is derived. So, here how do you develop the feeling of feel? When somebody touches you ask somebody to touch your hand and ask how do you feel, he says yes, I am touching your hand, he says, and you ask still further, he may say your hand is on mine. But still when you ask him feel and tell what exactly you feel, then he says yes, certain warmthness is there. So, when my energy and somebody energy touches, then when you understand the warmth, the feeling, one life point touching the other life point, and when you feel, you are able to feel the warmth. So, most of our things are going in for thinking. Even our day to day business, for of course, for business thinking is very important, it is very successful. For survival, you need to think. But you go to your home, even there you think, you play with your children, you think, you go with your wife, you think, you move with your wife, you think, you do not feel at all. Sit in this chair, feel the comfort of the chair, feel the texture. When you feel from the heart, then that feeling is something different from what you think from your head. There your total presence is there. Just a smell, the feel of the smell coming out, the whole existential power, it is all giving lot of things. Just feel that smell, feel the fragrance and smell. So, all the feelings comes inside you. As you feel and feel and feel, what happens? You can understand the feelings. So, it is an experiment, like you are if you are able to feel, only if you are able to feel, you will be able to feel the subtle feelings coming inside. See, for example, outer feelings, the sound which you hear, the smell which you smell, these are the outer feelings. Only when you are good in the outer feelings, then you can feel the innermost feeling. The innermost feeling is what? Silence. You can understand the silence inside you. See, for example, heavy traffic, lot of sounds are there. You hear heavy sound, but in that heavy sound, just close your eyes and just pick up one sound which is so lighter. Maybe a crow is cawing, just concentrate, heavy sound. Compared to that sound, this is just 1% of sound is the crow cawing. So, when you keep just with full alertness, with full feel, when you hear the sound of the crow, then you will forget the other sound, other traffic sound. So, that sound will be so magnificent than other sound. So, it is depends upon the focus. When you focus, even the subtle feelings you will be able to feel and hear. So, to go inside and feel, you should be able to feel. Once you are able to feel the outer, then you can feel the inner. So, here now feel your thoughts. Once you are able to develop the feelings, once you are able to understand the feelings of everything, then you go in and close your eyes and feel your thoughts. Thought is your personality, whatever coming in your head, that is your personality. You are the thought, your character is the thought, your habit is the thought, it has become like that. So, just close your eyes and feel the thought. Thousands of thoughts are coming into your head, thousands of thought, layers after layer, one thought, sub layers, one other thought. So, all passing by, thousands of thoughts are coming by. Just think whether these thoughts are your thought, just feel the thoughts, just go inside the thoughts, one by one, just see whether these thoughts are your thoughts or these thoughts are borrowed thoughts. Because when you are born in this planet, you have come without a thought, you are in an unconscious state. When you are dying also, you are going to be in an unconscious state. And the consciousness of not having any thought, that is the state of your birth. And the conscious of no thoughts, that is going to be the when you are dying, you are going to have that thought. So, where are these thoughts have come? Are these thoughts are your thoughts? Just think, are these thoughts are your thoughts? The thousands of thoughts are coming. Are these thoughts are your thoughts? When you deeply analyze one by one thoughts, and these thoughts, what are the source of these thoughts? Where has it come? Then you can understand clearly all these thoughts are the borrowed thoughts. For one it is the Christianity, for one it is the Hinduism, or for one it is the Islam, for one it is the communism, for one is the socialism. So, lot many thoughts comes, and all these thoughts when you deeply feel, then you understand all these thoughts are not at all your thoughts. All these thoughts are borrowed thoughts. When you understand all these thoughts are borrowed thoughts, none of the thoughts are your thoughts, then easily you can throw the thoughts out. Once you throw the thoughts out, then you are throwing your mind outside. Once you have thrown your mind outside, you become calm and quiet, and there is no sufferings at all. But what happens? All the thoughts whichever comes in your head, you label it as my thought. My house, my car, my bike, my family, my wife, my children, my computer, my job, my color, my profession. All when you add my, the my keeps on adding. But when you deeply analyze it, is nothing is yours. When you cut the my out of house, the house remains. When you cut the my out of wife, wife remains. When you cut the car out of my, the car remains, my car. So, everything is there. So, when if you say my thought, my wife, my house, you are not taking anything with you. They are not going to come with you. If it is your wife, my wife, and she has to come with you even for your death, will she die for you? Or your husband, my husband, will he die for you after your death? Immediately he marries, or he just enjoys his life, or just he watches television, he is not going to die with you. So, all these mice, when you cut all the mice, the remaining part will be, once you understand the remaining part, it is just the clouds. When you are a child, you are clinging to certain things, my toys. Then after that you are grown in a teenage, you have a girl or a boy, you say my boyfriend, my lover. You are ready to give your life for that. You are ready to give be a martyr for your thoughts. You are ready to kill also. You are ready to kill anybody or anything you are ready to do. When you say it is my religion, my Hinduism, my Congress party, my leader. When you put the my, when it is deeply uprooted, sorry, it is deeply rooted, not uprooted, deeply rooted. All the thoughts comes and you give a label my. Once you give a label my, you try to root it in your thought, in your head, then that becomes what deeply rooted, and for those thoughts you are ready to give your life for that. But when you deeply feel those thoughts, you can understand none is your thought, everything is borrowed. My wife, you say, she is a stranger before your marriage. She is for a social purpose you are marrying. My husband, before marrying, he is a stranger. How come within a single day he can become your husband? So, he is a husband, that is all, not my husband. He is a husband, she is a wife. They are children, not my children. They are not taking you everywhere, wherever they go, or no, till the last time they are not going to have you, and you have to lead a separate life, and they are living a separate life. So, all this my, the car, you say my car, you are ready to give your life for the car. Suddenly after some time it gets repairs, and suddenly you buy a new car, that old car is gone. So, deeply rooted, all those things are deep, all the thoughts when you deeply root in your head, what happens? That thoughts dominate you, that thoughts gives misery to you, that thoughts make you so villainous, and you are ready to give your life and create lot of confusion, not only to you, to your society, to the society. That is what the entire world, what is happening, religious fights, caste fights, my caste, my political party, my leader, all the trouble starts, because none is yours, everything is borrowed, none is yours. Once you understand, when you are able to cut the my, then what happens? You can find all the thoughts coming, all the thoughts going. You can just be a witness for your thoughts. You are just being a witness for your thoughts. As you are being a witness for your thoughts, you can find all the thoughts are coming and going. None is staying. So, when you witness the thoughts and when you feel that none is yours, then what happens? Then slowly you find, slowly you go inside yourself. Inside yourself means what? And you, that's what in this in Tiruvannamalai, Ramana Maharishi says, tell you who you are. Who are you? Who you are. Find out who you are. Is it and is it the leg or hand or face or what it is? So, it is outer thing is the face. Who you are. In Tibet they say, where are you? Where or where are you? Where are you? How can you find? When you close your eyes, you cannot say, I am in the leg, I am in the hand. You just say entire being. That particular who you are, where are you? When you understand that state, when you understand that position, when you find out that no thoughts are yours, then what happens? The I slowly disappears. The I am a communist, I am an Indian, I am a Hindu, I am a Rao, I am a chameleon. All these I's, when it disappears, then you go in a state of death. Because when you don't have an identification, what happens? You go back to a state of death. So, when you go in a state of death, there you find, there you feel, once you are able to go to the state of the death, then you will find you are deathless. Nothing can stop you, but people are scared to go to that stage. That is the meditation technique. Once they go to the stage, the deathless stage, they are feared, they are scared because they don't have an identification. Immediately they jump and come out and they will stick to their thoughts. They will deeply associate the thoughts, my thoughts, because it gives an identification. It gives a security for them. Yes, I am an Indian, I am a Tamilian, I am a Hindu, and I am a communist. I belong to this community and this is mine, that is mine. Immediately it tries to label everything as mine. So, that deathless state, once you keep deeply meditating, go on. When you understand the feeling, when you understand the power of feeling, when you understand the feel of your thoughts, then the thoughts which are uprooted, which are rooted in your mind, slowly when you are able to uproot those thoughts, when you cut the my from the thoughts, then what happens? You feel all the thoughts passing by your head and you find you are not attached to that thought. Just imagine when you are a child and when you are grown up, you are all giving, you are identifying yourself and clinging to those thoughts. Then after some time, what happens? At the age of 18 or 19, you might have loved a girl or a boy. Now you are at the age of 30. That time you are ready to give your life for that thought. What that thought? My wife and my husband or my lover. But now you are not ready to give your life. Those thoughts have gone, disappeared. But now you have attached towards some other thought. Even the thoughts have been disappearing. Now new type of thoughts have been coming. New type of thoughts are clinging. So, the thoughts have disappeared one by one, but the clinging keeps on continuing. Once you forget the clinging, once you cut down the my, then you find the feeling of I-ness. What is this I-ness? This I-ness is simply that there is no other word you can say. When you ask a Buddha, he says I. This is just a linguistic word I. Then you just say I am this. So, when you feel this I, slowly what happens? Slowly as you do this, then internal organs you are able to feel. Then I-ness. See, the outer, somebody is necessary for you to tell what you are, how do you look, whether I am a beautiful, handsome, whether I look tall or short, whether I look ugly or mad. So, everything the world should say. But how do I know about myself? Only when the world says I can understand I am this and that. To understand who I am, I have to go inside, internal organs. What are the internal organs? The internal organs are my intelligence and my consciousness. Once I go to my intelligence and consciousness, then I feel a vibration of my being. That vibration of my being is me. That is me. This me doesn't come under mine or I, or it is egotistic, nothing. This me doesn't have a shape. The me doesn't have a color. The me is my being, the vibration, the feeling, and I understand this me. It is the convergence of the entire existence, all the space, universe, galaxy, everything comes under me, and I become one with that, with no thoughts. Even if thoughts are there, it's coming and going, and I don't give a label for that as my thoughts. So the thoughts are there, which I just witness. It comes and goes. I am not attached at all with those thoughts, and I am not labeling all those thoughts as my thoughts, and I don't root it with my mind. So all these thoughts are there, and I am just being a witness. As I keep on feeling that, then I find the I-ness, and I find the internal organs. Internal organs are my intelligence and consciousness, where I feel as a virgin, pristine virgin. The world looks different to me. So this is what the state of a sannyasin. For other people, the society has to say who you are. For a sannyasin, he knows who he is, because through his internal organs, he moves in the world. So sannyasin is separated from the society. Society identifies each person who they are, but a sannyasin can understand, a meditator can understand through his internal organs who he is. And there comes the alertness, there comes the consciousness, there comes the awakeness. This awakeness, with this awakeness, when you walk in the world, nothing can bother you, nothing can trouble you. It is the thoughts which troubles you. It is the labeling of the thoughts as my thoughts, which you are ready to kill others, which you are ready to be a martyr, where with my thoughts you are ready. These my thoughts are what? My country, my religion, my God, my caste, my political party, my leader, my wife, my lover. That's the reason where you find many lovers killing the wife, husband killing the wife, male lover killing the female lover killing the lover, dying for money, killing for money, the robbery. All this happens when the thoughts are labeled as my thoughts. So this is the time. Feel, develop the feeling of feeling. Feel, it has to come from the heart. When you feel, you become center. When you are feeling, don't ever think about anything, just feel. Cool water, you have to take bath, the water is very cool, don't think it is cool, just feel the coolness by pouring the water, don't ever think that is cool, just feel. When a smell comes, beautiful smell comes, food preparation, just feel the smell, don't verbalize that. When you see a girl, just see the girl, or a boy, you see the boy, and as you become closer and closer, you find the beautiness coming, and it comes from the heart. Once you are able to feel, then feel your thought, all the thoughts, what all the thoughts are coming there. Is there any my thoughts with you? If you are so attached with the my thought, cut the my and let the remaining be. My lover, cut the my and let the lover be. My profession, cut the my and let the profession be. And my children, cut the my and let the children be. As you keep on cutting the my, then what happens? Your attachment towards that thoughts goes on. Then slowly you understand outer world, then you understand your own being, you understand who you are. It is not necessary for you to depend upon outer world to tell who you are. Once you go inside, you will be able to understand your consciousness, and through your alertness will tell you who you are. And through that, when you look at the world, that the internal organs which tells what you are, the vibrations, that is your being, that is your who you are. That who you are, you understand, you are not alone, you are the entire world. Brahmahasmi, I am the God, that's what you feel. When no thoughts are there, when no my thoughts are there, when you are a witness for the thoughts, then you become the God yourself. with this meditation. So, feeling, number one, develop the quality of feeling, then feel your thoughts, see the thoughts, categorize the thoughts, just see which are your thoughts, my thoughts, cut down the my. Then after that you feel the I-ness, then you go inside you, internal organs. In the internal organs you find your consciousness and alert, your intelligence, which makes you alert and awakened, and that you find your being, and that being is universal, it is cosmic, it is the world, it is the power. There you find you are not the one person, you belong to the world, and the entire world converges in you, and you go into different worlds, everything. There you understand you are the God.